afternoon. Afternoon.
Ronald, first of all, is there any good news on the injury front with regard to Morgan Schneiderlin?
That can be very shortly, good news. Of course, it was maybe one of my worst internationals break. What happened, of course, by some injuries. The Morgan Schneiderlin injury happened against Hull at home. Will be not available for the weekend. Will be not available for Tuesday, and I've good hope that he will be back for next weekend. And Seamus Coleman, of course, was really a shock on last Saturday evening, and Funes. What happened to Funes? He get a surgeon on Monday, but we expect a meniscus knee surgery after Monday. Means both players will be out, and Seamus will be out longer, of course, than Funes.
I believe Seamus is still in Ireland.
Yeah,
What's the
he's
plan
still in
for him
Ireland
now as regards his
No, it's the plan first is stay with your family, and we keep in contact. And then we shall see when Seamus will come back.
We've also had James McCarthy suffer a recurrence of his hamstring injury. Ultimately, where does the blame lie for that?
Of course, I expected this question about James. But James had, and I prepared myself by not doing any mistake. James had an injury when he reported for Ireland duty last week. Our medical team made the Ireland medical team aware of this, of course. Everton's medical team advised extreme caution, not only due to the current injury, but due to the previous injuries too. And the assessment by the Ireland medical team was that it would be a high risk for James to play against Wales. But of course, James has, of course, a strong desire to play for his country. So when asked if he was fit to play, he said he felt he was fit. And he was selected to start the game by the Ireland manager who, in my opinion, in this instance was not protecting the player. Clearly, James was not fit to play. He had trained only for 2 days with Ireland, and he broke down during the warming up. All these circumstances, he played only one game from the start in 2017. He did not play for 3 weeks before the Wales game. In my opinion, he would need at least 1 full week of training session with the team to be declared fit. And James, and I spoke to James, he need to take responsibility of this. But it's not the first time.
What further conversations then have you had with James, first of all, in terms
Yeah, but that's private.
And with regard to the FAI and Martin O'Neill, are you planning conversations with them?
That's a case for the club Everton. It's not mine business.
Are you surprised that you're in this situation again? 'Cause it's not the first time it's happened with James.
I'm not surprised, but yes, disappointed.
And in terms of moving forward, how do you think, as the manager, it can be resolved so that your player is going to be protected in the future, not just James?
I don't know. It's not the question for now. It's all what I have to say about this. Let's talk about a nice challenge tomorrow.
Nice challenge, but overall, how has the build-up been affected by the injury problems that you have? Because imagine you have plans in place and then you have to rip them up a couple of days before.
Of course, it's always affected. Because in 1 week we lost 3 players, and players who normally players for to put in the start in the lineup, and of course it's affected. But I think still we have a strong team tomorrow, and once again it's a nice challenge.
Ronald, are you driven by the memories of that very, very late defeat back in December at home? That must have hurt.
Yes, it's one defeat at home this season till so far, and was I think we did a good job. We played how we need to play against Liverpool, and that's what we try tomorrow. It's always a difference to play home or away, even without any distance, but it's a different atmosphere. But we did well, and okay, I have to recognize that in the last 30 minutes Liverpool was the better team, but we didn't deserve to lose, and I like to see, and we need to bring the same attitude tomorrow.
Everybody's been talking this week about the fact that it's 18 years since since you won at Liverpool. How do you change that mindset of your players when everybody keeps reminding them of that fact?
Yeah, but it's of course that shows a lot, but it's a new season, it's a new game, a new manager by Everton, and I don't know why. I heard a little bit about the last 2 seasons of Everton, that maybe they were too afraid to play against Liverpool, but why you need to be afraid to play against Liverpool? I don't understand that.
Is it as much to do with the mental approach tomorrow as the physical one?
No, both. You have several aspects in matches like the derbies between Everton and Liverpool. I think we showed when we played home how we need to play with the attitude, with passion, and of course you need to control your emotions during the game of tomorrow. But that's always in derbies. Then you need to control it.
21 red cards, I think, in this fixture in the Premier League over the years. How difficult is it for you as a manager to advise your players, give me the commitment, but don't go over the top? Yeah,
but okay, that's by advice tomorrow to the players. But finally, the players by themselves need to control and focus you about the game plan and don't make stupid faults and control your reactions if there happens something, but that's all up to the player, because if the game starts and the whistle by the referee, then the players needs to control them.
How much responsibility has Romelu got tomorrow, because he's your leading goal scorer, one of your iconic players? Big responsibility for him tomorrow?
Not more than 2 weeks ago, because we know his quality. It's not more responsibility now or it was for him a month ago. That's no difference.
In terms of his situation, the last time we spoke, you were hoping to speak to the board, I think, during the international break about his contract and his prospects.
No,
any update?
No.
So you're still hopeful that you can persuade him to stay?
It's still 2-year contract.
But you're hopeful of persuading him to fulfill that contract?
It's still 2-year contract.
And in terms of the wider picture of the league position, if you win, you go 3 points off Liverpool. Top 4 position still very much part of your dreams?
Yeah, but if in life is not counting, you need to do it. And then, yes, maybe we get more possibilities, but we need to show it.
And in terms of the other big news today about the stadium, the council seem to be pushing ahead with that. How excited are you by that?
Yes, very. I think everybody, all Evertonians are really excited by a next step to building a new stadium. But I think it's always a long project, and we will see. But I think it's really important to make this next step for the new stadium.
Do you sense you're on the start of a new chapter, a new era now, not just with the players on the pitch, but the stadium coming together?
That's a long-term story for the club. As a manager, you need to focus you on game by game and this season, and of course you need to think about next season. But no, it's priority is today, tomorrow, and not in 2 or 3 years.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Ronald, just on terms of the stadium plans, was that part of the vision that was sold to you when you joined the club at all?
No, but okay, when I spoke to the board and the owners of the club, of course they mention plans to have a new stadium.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Ronald.
Nope.